Hi everyone, I'm Josh and welcome to Josh Wright Piano TV. Today I wanted to talk about an image that can hopefully make your chromatic scales feel easier. It's very interesting how artistry and imagery can often loosen a student's hand up, or certain phrases or analogies. I was teaching a student a few weeks ago and they were having trouble getting chromatic scales faster. So it's just a basic chromatic scale, basic fingering. 1 3 1 3 1 2 3 1 3 1 3 2 3. Okay, so mostly just 1 3, and you can do it with left hand as well. For some reason, I've always liked 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 in the left hand, and then going up, I like the 3. Right hand, I use all 3s. And something that really helped the student is they were just tensing up, and they were kind of activating too much finger motion. And I just said, I want you just to trill slowly on white to a black key. And sure enough, they got going pretty fast. And then I said, okay, what I want you to do is I want you to just do this exercise. And then once they had that little click, like, oh my gosh, a chromatic scale is just a trill on a conveyor belt. Okay, so I'm just trilling and my arm's pulling this up. Now we do have these little bumps along the way that have 1 2 3, but 1 3 1 3 1 2 3 1 3 1 3 1 2 3, and that helped the student so much to be able to just play those faster. I've done a lot of different videos on this channel about chromatic scales, from the Ottensell. That one uses a 4 in there, but I wanted to talk today about the basic 1 3 1 3 trills. And if you get your 1 3 trills fast enough, a lot of times it negates the need to even mess with the 1 2 3 4 in that alternate fingering. So it's up to you what fingering you want to use, but that little analogy of this is just a trill on a conveyor belt. And keep the hand close and keep the fingers quiet. One thing that I've been working on personally in my own practice, this is just a little quirky thing, is I've been working on keeping 4/5 totally still as much as possible. Not still like in an artificial way. It can still have that sympathetic movement, but not letting it flare up or curve in artificially. The only time I might curve it in artificially a little is on like a repeated note, like Scarlatti, the toccata. But I've noticed that if I just allow the 4/5 just to relax there, I'm not going to activate them in any way. I'm not going to pull them under. I'm not going to go up. They're just dead. And you can, if you're having trouble deadening those fingers, another little exercise that I presented, maybe like 10 years ago, it's called Free Hands Part 2. And let's say that your fingers activate when you go here, like maybe they come up. You can just shake that out, and then shake that, shake, shake, shake. You just identify where the finger activates, and then you just shake that note out. So I hope that helps give you a little bit of extra confidence with your chromatic scale work, especially in those traditional fingerings where it's just going back 1 3 1 3 1 2 3 1 3 1 3 1 2 3. Sometimes those images can really just help a student to unlock something, whereas before they were thinking, oh my gosh, it's all this finger work. It's kind of just a rocking back and forth trilling motion that you then put into motion in a lateral plane. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If any of you have any questions, my email is josh@joshwrightpiano.com. If you wouldn't mind subscribing and liking the video, I truly appreciate it. That helps it to be shared with more people because I guess the YouTube algorithm really likes that. I'll leave a few links for my paid courses in the description below. One of them is a course called Pro Practice, which goes really deep into exercises and repertoire pieces. That library has over 400 videos to date. And then the other paid course is called the VIP Masterclass series, which goes into answering members' questions each week. And then I also post a guided practice session each week. I started that earlier this year, the guided practice sessions, and the members seem to be liking that. Just kind of how I work through difficulties. I'll also leave a free link to a webinar containing 10 of my favorite tips if you'd like to check that out. That contains tips that I use every day in my teaching and in my own practicing. And finally, a link to my gear kit, which contains all the lighting, microphones, cameras, everything I use in this studio to make these videos in case you're wanting to do something similar, or you're wanting to record your students' recitals, or make a music video, whatever it is. That resource is down there if you need that as well. Have a great week. Good luck in your practice sessions.